All right, this is my daily build in public log. It is January 2nd, 2025. Um, yeah, this is the first update for 2025. I missed yesterday. Yeah, it's been hard to be productive every day these days with New Year's. Um, there's a lot of family, people over from out of state, out of country. I was sick. I had a pretty nasty stomach thing for a couple days there, so I just really barely got much done. Unfortunately, just really under the weather. Anyways, uh, probably not going to get a whole lot done until next week, to be completely honest. So this will be a quick update. Not a lot of interesting stuff to share. But anyways, first, my random story. If you don't want to hear my random story, just skip forward. Um, so today I went to the river. I never go there, so it's cool to go to the river, and it reminded me of a pretty funny time when I went to another river. So there's this canyon in south of Mexico that borders close to the border with Guatemala in the state of um, Chiapas. Beautiful place. It is a huge canyon. It's one of the biggest canyons, I think, in the world. It's one of the biggest. Just stunning place. There's crocodiles. There's monkeys. I mean, tons of animals. Stunning vistas, stunning water views. You name it. So, uh, yeah, like this. So I didn't see all that trash and stuff when I went. But anyways, yeah, there you go. That's kind of I went on a boat like this. So um, they strap you in and you cruise through this, and like as you see, it's stunning, and you're slowly cruising down this river, and you see crocodiles, and you see all these monkeys and birds and animals, and it's just stunning and peaceful and serene, and you're just cruising along and going through, and you're looking up at the massive canyon walls, and I'll never forget. So we finished. We cruised through the whole thing, and we're going heading out to this big lake, and it's dammed, for hydropower. So it's a big lake, big open. Suddenly you leave this beautiful canyon, and you're in like this big open, ugly kind of just dammed up lake. And I'll never forget. So in Mexico, there are these stores on every corner. They're like a 7-Eleven, like a convenience store. It's called an OXXO. If you've ever been to Mexico, you know what an OXXO is. I'm sure you've seen millions of them, or you've seen one. Um, so we're cruising, and suddenly, dun, 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 you hear like classic, Mexican music, and this boat comes up to us, and he's like, in Spanish, hey everyone, and there's this, like a cardboard sign, and it says Oxocito, which means like little Oxo, like, uh, and this guy rolls up, and he's like playing all this music. Hey, I have beer, I have chips, I have snacks. Who wants a beer? Who wants a drink? And everyone is just cracking up on this boat. I'm dying, and yeah, we bought some micheladas. It's like a beer with like flavoring and salt and all this stuff. And we're sitting there in this serene environment, like wow, this is like majestic and magical. And suddenly this guy rolls up and sells us some beers, and we're sitting there having a michelada on this boat. And only in Mexico does any of this kind of shit fly. In the U.S., this sure wouldn't happen. Um, it was awesome. It was awesome, and we cheersed, and a bunch of people got some stuff, and and there was music, and it turned into a party at the end of this river. So, pretty funny, pretty awesome experience. So, I definitely recommend checking this canyon out. That part of Mexico is stunning. So much to see and do there. A lot of cool animals, tons of monkeys, lots of ruins. I know you can't go to some of the ruins because of the cartels and whatnot. It's kind of become pretty sketchy down there. But anyways, fun, just going to the river. I don't know. Made me think of this time. Yeah, there's one of the crocodiles. They're like white ones too. It's pretty wild. Anyways, on to business. So there hasn't been too much of an update. I've slowly worked a little bit on this more where I'm working on the routing part. So you send a request, you email AI chat here, email. It figures out where and how to route your request. Maybe it just routes a simple question or a request, or to summarize a thread, it'll just route that to ChatGPT or OpenAI's API, or maybe it needs to go to somewhere else. So that piece I've been working on, how to test, so writing tests, experimenting a lot with the prompt. So getting that nailed down, that's what I've been working on. That's almost done. So again, I haven't been able to get a lot done. Just being sick kind of really derailed me there. And it was a bummer to get sick on New Year's, to be honest with you. But that part is coming along nicely. And then the next step will be to actually start building more agents and routing things to the right agents. So that is about it on the work front. But I am going to start showing comments when people add comments. People are starting to comment, which I appreciate. Nice. Thank you. All right. So this one was when I talked about, and I shared the diagram of how I'm building this. Interesting perspective. I haven't thought about it that way. Do you think automation could change how people do their workflows? Like, for example, sending emails. Hell yeah, I do. Yeah, I think it's going to change a lot of workflows. I think for email, I built a tool, so I built an entire product that unfortunately got blocked by Google. Actually, I did do a lot of this. So I built an entire extension that basically fixes email. So essentially, you look in your inbox and it's like tons of things you've ever subscribed to, promotional spam, just tons of stuff you don't care about. I believe that there's going to be AI that will block, like by the default will be to block all that, and AI will be used plus like regular filters, like how I did it there was with a lot of filtering. Mixed with AI will like bubble up things you actually need. So Apple is doing this with their notifications on your iPhone. It's like, here's a summary of your notifications. It's really shit. It works horribly. It actually is kind of funny sometimes. There's a lot of funny examples because it's just so bad. But that's the worst it's ever going to be. So I think the future workflow is more of it bubbling things up. Like, hey, I know you're probably interested in this. Like, hey, like, let me pull something out of there that I think needs your attention. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of changes. I think people will interact very differently. Email coding is so different now. You tell it the AI what to do, and you're almost like a project manager. Like, do this, now do this. Yeah, let me know what you think. How do you think it's gonna change? So, yeah. So thank you for the comment. I think it will change workflow significantly by removing a lot of work for email. I think you'll read a lot fewer emails, and the AI will know what to bubble up and tell you to look at. Yep. Cool. So yeah, moving forward, when there are comments, I will answer them live on the video. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Uh, Go check out southern Mexico if you ever get the chance.